What's up guys, I'm back playing some more Disgaea RPG and we're going to have a look at Sapphire. She's also releasing on the banner with Emizel on the 12th of August according to the roadmap, so I want to look at her, look at what she's got to offer your teams and whether or not she's any good or not. And remember guys, if you do enjoy the video, please do hit like and subscribe because there's always plenty more Disgaea RPG content to come. Now, Sapphire, I really like the look of her, not just the picture, the evilities, everything about her. She's low-key a really good unit, and I really hope she doesn't get missed under the radar, because on the face of things you think, oh, nothing special, but I think she's great. So she's a gun user. Stats: defense and intelligence are low. Intelligence, we do not care about that at all because it's useless for her. She has nothing to offer on the intelligence front. Defense, similar to Emizel, it's low. Have to just keep an eye on that. Get some shields on her. Protect her as much as you can if you think she can be taking a lot of damage, but hopefully you can roll around that and just work your way to protect her as much as you can. Attributes, resistances, don't care too much about them. Attributes, you worry about them a little bit, but I'm not too fussed about them. So weapon mastery, 10 for gun, 9 for axe, randomly, and 4 for staff. So I look at staff because when we look at the spells, we want to see how high we want to go, and natively she can get up to level 4, and usually you don't want to go much higher than 15 for a lot of non-native staff users, but I like to keep an eye on it for the mana usage. But she's at 4, so you must raise it a few levels to get them up. So her evilities, the important stuff. Now this first one, the higher the HP, the higher the boost on attack, up to 35%. Turn 1, she's got a built-in braveheart. Brilliant. No complaints there from me. If you're going quickly through levels, farming stages, perfect for that. I mean, you can't moan about inbuilt braveheart. I guess just that for more harder difficulty level content, overlord's trials, raids, that sort of thing, she will be taking damage, so you're going to see a drop in that boost. But I mean, she's going to have to take about 50% damage to see that boost drop down to, I mean, the average you see of most units when they get an attack buff for themselves is between 15 and 20%. So start at 35, half of that is 17.5%. So yeah, even at half health, I'll be happy with 17.5%. Anyone Princess Glitter, gun wielding allies, SP cost minus 10%. 10%, it's good. Just for gun wielding allies, so not just for herself, for allies as well. So it makes it even better, and I'll talk about how that combos with other gun users to make that even better than it already is. Any 5, bring it on. Gun wielding allies, damage dealt plus 15%. So that's all damage, normal attacks, skills, spells, boom. Lots of damage to be dealt there from gun wielding allies. Just looking at them again, haven't got to the NE7 yet, but they're all very much looking at her as a good support unit. You're thinking that they're not massive buffs for the team, but there's a lot of medium-sized buffs there that really help out the team, I think, and that's why I was saying that I think she might be overlooked, because people will look at these and go, they're not the greatest individually, but together she reminds me of sort of a Zerican character, where she's buffing the team in lots of different ways. It makes up for having smaller numbers. Anyway, NE7, initiative shot, gun wielding ally, speed plus 6%. 6% boost, but on speed, that can work quite nicely. Make your team all faster, you're getting your moves off quicker than the enemy, which is great news. So we drop down to our skills. 2 attack based and 1 resistance based. The resistance based one looked very promising, but I'll get to that one in a minute. So Virgin Innocence. Now this just scrolls to the top here. Dodgy name for that one. And I feel sorry for Almaz, because apparently Sapphire's married to And if she's still a virgin, poor Almaz is all I can say on that one. But anyway, yeah, Virgin Innocence is her cheap SP attack, area effect, and also has the water attribute attached to it. Now, the water attribute being attached to it doesn't disappoint me overly. Does mean, though, that it's not as versatile as a doppelganger sort of style move, because some enemies are going to have water resistance, so it's going to be less effective on them. But again, on more harder difficulty content that has enemies with water weaknesses, perfect for that. So it is always swings roundabouts, those sort of things. Level 200 move, Shunpu Moon Dance. Her big single attack, S damage, also lowers the enemy's defense by 12%. Pretty standard for an S rated move. Medium tie cost, goes down to 65. Then you consider her SP cost minus 10% for all these as well. Very good. You're going to see that fairly often, especially with an Awakened Rozalin, which I'll talk about in a minute as well. Her NE3 move, Legend White. This is a great support move, especially for a gun team where you might not necessarily have a healer on the team. You might have a unit that can do Espoir, Mega Heal, nothing like that. So this is a great addition. It restores HP slightly and also removes a status ailment for a single target. So the restores HP is for the whole party, and the remove status ailment is for a single ally. So a built-in lesser version of Mega Heal plus Espoir together. Consider those two, if you had to use them on 2 separate turns, you're looking at 70 cost there in SP, and you're getting it here for 45. Combine that with her gun wielding allies SP cost minus 10%. Brilliant, very cheap move, you're going to see it quite often. So a great support unit for the team with that one. Her magic spells. Magic Down, On Feeble, Speed Boost, Mega Magic Down, and Mega On Feeble. Now, I did say earlier about her staff being native level 4 that is max out at. So you get a Magic Down to begin with. Now, depending on your playstyle, how you want to build Sapphire, I don't think you're going to see much use past level 9 mastery. I think On Feeble, decreasing the enemy's attack for 3 turns, is going to be ample, and so is Magic Down for the intelligence debuff for 20 to 35%. I don't think you're going to need the speed boost for anyone. She's already giving a 6% speed boost. I think it's a waste of a turn to use a speed boost on this sort of team itself, and it's going to be a waste of mana to raise her staff mastery up to level 15, so I don't think you'd need to do that. Level 22 and 30, the mega versions of Magic Down on Feeble, I don't think they're required. So for me, they don't see any use. Magic spells past level 9 for her, useless. You might not even want on Feeble, but I would say it's probably as high as you should go. So let's have a look at these evilities again. Let's look at the combos they have. So the built-in Braveheart, especially on turn 1 if she goes before the enemies can do any damage to her. Combine that with her NE5 of damage dealt plus 15%. Has a speed boost of 6%, so she should be get a little bit quicker. And the SP cost deduction of 10% as well should mean that if you wanted to, you can get Virgin Innocence off probably 3 times in a row if you're lucky with a couple of team attacks. But I'll stop that there, and I will jump over to Awaken Rosalind. And if you're not aware, with Awaken Rosalind, her NE1 is all allies initial SP plus 15 when battle begins, which is amazing for gun teams, especially for Sapphire, which we now know that if you've leveled up her Legend White enough so its cost is 45, if you need it on turn 1, it's there. You probably won't need it turn 1, but the option is there, so definitely got it on turn 2. So her support stock is just going through the roof there, and it does mean that you'll be able to use her big S-rated skill move pretty early as well if needed. I mean, Awaken Rosalind also gives her that initial main evility of the gun-wielding allies, all stats except speed plus 15%. So more buffs for Sapphire as well. And then you combo in Awaken Rosalind's NE7, where the enemy's defense has now been reduced by 10% as long as all the other stats, but the defense one mixed in with Sapphire's built-in braveheart and the NE5 again, you should see some pretty good damage from her, if she has enough investment, that is. I mean, there's not much more that needs to be said about her. I think she's really good. Her evilities point to her being a very good support. Her skills are very good support, plus she can attack if she wants. Combined with Awaken Rosalind, she's even better. Plus she gives some more support to Awaken Rosalind, which is probably going to be your main attacking unit on the gun team. So yeah, I think she's a really good unit. I think she just edges Emizel on this banner. They're fairly close in terms of quality, but I think Sapphire does just quite take the edge for me. And if you are pulling on the banner, good luck to you. Both good units. I'll be happy if I pulled either of them. Anyway guys, like I said at the start, if you did enjoy the video, please do hit like and subscribe, and I will see you again soon.